how to help your foot pain. Hi, Johanna here, Osteopathic Health Clinic. I just wanted to follow up a little bit on foot pain that I talked about the other day. Now, I want to give you some tools that you can use to help yourself. So I was discussing plantar fasciitis last time, as well as possible heel spur, as well as fatigue, as well as arthritic changes in your foot or degenerative changes in your foot, and biomechanical issues. So I just want to run through a few little tools and a few little things that you can do to help yourself. So one of the first things is to make sure that you have got nice flexible hamstrings and calf muscles. So simple stretches, I'm just going to move around a little bit here, see if you can see me, is to stand. Obviously hamstring stretches, so back of your thighs. You can just put your foot in front of you, or you can put it up on a stool, not too high. Put your foot in front of you, keep your back straight and bending forward. So knee a little bit bent, toes up towards you, keep your back straight and just bend forward. So you're going to feel that stretching in the back of your thigh. So you start with that because it's really important to have that whole muscle chain nice and flexible. And the next one is obviously your calf muscle. So you're going to step back. You're going to make sure that you have that heel on the floor, and you're going to lean forward, have your toes pointing forward, and you're going to lean forward and really stretch into that calf muscle. And every time you do it, you hold it for 30 seconds. So you hold it there, and then you can bend that knee a little bit as well after you held it for 30 seconds, and that's really going to stretch down towards your Achilles. Same thing, hold it for 30 seconds. So those two stretches are really good. The other thing that you can do as well, you're going to sit back. It's a little bit harder as we get older, but really important to stretch. So the back of your feet. So you sit back on your heels, toes underneath you, and just sit there for a few minutes, and that really stretches the plantar fascia underneath your feet. So it's a really good way of stretching through that. And if you really want to get into it, you can take your knuckles and really kind of massage hard down a few times through that whole sole of your foot. And the other thing that you can do, sitting, if you sit on a chair or something, you can interlace your fingers with your toes, and you can just really wiggle that whole foot around both directions and backwards and forwards. You can do it just with your big toe as well, and kind of pull it and wiggle it around. Really nice way of, because our feet get really tired in general. We're walking around on them all day, every day, and it is really important to keep them nice and flexible, especially if you're doing any sort of sport or running. There's 3 to 4 times of your body weight going through that foot when you're running. And the other great little tool, trigger ball. I've run through a few things with these before. Same thing, standing, putting it on the floor, and if you need the wall, you hold it up against the wall and really put great pressure through that whole foot and roll it around on it. The whole foot is really nice. And these trigger balls are fantastic. They need to be that hard. We sell them in the clinic, and people use them all the time for really massage. And last thing, if you've got frozen can of whatever, if you need some ice packs, you can either use a hot pack if it feels, if it's more arthritic problems. But anything acute, same thing, use a frozen can or something, and you can just roll it underneath your foot, very slowly to get that cold benefit through the foot. So those are some quick, nice little tips for you to help out that foot pain. And I'm looking forward to catching you next time. If you liked what we have discussed here today, like it, share it with your friends. If you got foot pain, put a little message down and I'll be in contact. And that's all for today. See you.